Okay, now it's better.
We gotta get some oil.
Yeah, want it? Okay, let's put it in. There's a lot of cool stuff in here, right?
Yep.
Oh, is this charcoal?
Yeah, probably. Is that, wait, is this coal, Daddy?
Coal, not charcoal, coal.
Like steam engine kind of coal?
Oh, this is tray.
It also makes a great floor.
Oh, the injection pump is stuck tight on it.
Huh?
Injection pump is stuck tight on it.
Mm. Okay, Johnny.
Let's see.
Oh, an old crank drill press.
Yep, called post drill.
Can I stop the video for a little while?
Yep. So these injectors have an exposed rack, and anyway, she's seized right up. I'm afraid it's probably varnished up. Anyway, I'm just wanting to clean it off good before you start trying to slide it. Blast all that off. We're going to give her a good dose of PB Blaster from the outside. At least I'm going to try to. Those are down good. Start tapping on it. Alright. Well, I'm going to try a little tapping on that with a block of wood or something and see if I can get it to think about moving. We'll see. She ain't moving smooth yet, but didn't actually take much to get it to move, so that's a good sign. I was afraid the ejector pump plunger might be seized right up. What I'm going to do now is take the line loose and shoot some PB Blaster right into that. Alright, so I've been monkeying and tinkering. I haven't had anybody hold the camera, but I ended up with the old fuel line that goes from the fuel pump up to the injection pump was just rotted right out. I'll show you what I got rigged up. So I've been scrounging around and it was crimped on ends on a fitting. I'll flip this around and let you see it once. Now I had to grind the crimps off, found an old hunk of air hose. And anyway, it's the fuel line that goes from there over the injection pump here. And I had this rigged up, just an old Gatorade bottle. And I was getting diesel fuel through, but it was just spurting right out the side of that line. So now we're going to go to it and see if I can get this stuck on here and hopefully bled out to the injection pump. So, just shoving the fuel lines on them. That hunk of hose on there, it's still seeping. I had one hose clamp in my toolbox. It appeared to only be leaking on one end, but I'm going to see if I can that hose clamp on. We'll roll it and see if that cures the leaking issue everywhere. Hey, she's moving some fuel through the injection pump, guys. That's good news. So I had the oil filler out, dumped some oil in there. A friend of mine, Jack, just got one of these. Had one that the rod bearing decided it wanted to seize up on. There we are, I got good fuel there. Anyway, after it had sat for quite a while, because it dried out, they're just like a drip lube system on the rod bearing, so got to dump some oil in the top to start with. Alright, well, she's definitely got juice to there. Now, crank it over here and see if cracking the line down here at the injector. See if I can get the fuel to come through down here. It's dripping, but if it's got a delivery valve in it, that's basically a check valve with the injection pump. They like to get stuck because they got real light springs on them, and if it gets stuck, the problem, they'll run with them stuck if the system is completely bled out. But if it's got any air in the line, what happens is it just sits there and it'll push the air, compress it, and then spring back, shove the fuel back in the injection pump on the next stroke. So, and the problem is, ever getting the air completely out of those near impossibility. Set all this off in here. So if I all of a sudden do by chance get a pop out or somewhere along the way, I don't get excited and free about this stuff and rattle it off on the floor. Whew. That is work, boys, I'm not gonna lie. Compression. Okay, there's the exhaust valve open right there. Okay, that increased the compression a touch. Alright. And crank for a while. Show fuel to the system. Problem is the line goes up, across, and then down. And I'm concerned that I don't have enough fuel flow here to get the air shoved all the way out to this end, you'll make it go downhill. What I'm listening for is to hear that injection nozzle crack. Not quite yet. So keep the last one. We'll see what we can do. Whew. I gotta catch my breath. Whew, man. It does smell like I was starting to burn a little fuel though. Hard to tell for sure, but I think that is a whiff of slightly burnt fuel I'm getting. What do we do? Oh yeah, she's smoking, guys. Whew. Man. Give it a little whirl around with the compression relief off. It's been a lot easier. Well, guys, that was promising.
You got it started?
We're getting a little action out of her.
Well, that's a good
now a little starting to get together. But she's a runner. It wasn't building oil pressure, so I shut her down until I can investigate that more. But by golly, she fires. Alright, she's full of water. Put 3 gallons of oil in it. And we're going to see what she does now. So I'm not getting power out of the generator. Commutators look really good. Slip rings look good. I've checked. It's supposed to be running, was it 64 volts or something it said. exciter voltage, and I'm only showing about 2.5 in there across the brushes, but that's, I guess that'd be supplied to the armature on that. Anyway, I'm in here carefully trying to figure out what this is telling me. Rheostat, shunt field, common field. Trying to make sense out of this power system in it. Now I see it's got a pretty good sized capacitor here. I wouldn't be shocked if that's the source of the trouble, because I'm not super familiar with these, but I do feel like they're using that capacitor to jump start the excitation in them. So, and I'm sure that capacitor's dried right out, so good chance that that's why we're not getting power. Probably needs a new capacitor there. Anyway, pretty successful operation all the way around. I'm going to button this thing up, probably call it for now until we get some better information on what maybe is going on inside this control box. But anyway, pretty happy with it. She runs. Yeah, I don't know how much farther we'll go with this. I mean, they really don't have a reason to use this anymore. This is just simply my curiosity here, screwing with it, getting it going. So, at any rate, very cool old machine. Their estimates were that this was installed sometime in the 40s, that it ran for about 30 years, and then continuous. Like, it ran around the clock for about 30 years, and then got shut down sometime in the 70s. Yeah, that sounds about right. So, anyways, late 40s to late 70s, and then it's been sitting here ever since. Has not been started in 45 years was their estimate. So, pretty pleased with today's progress. Alright, she's been running all day. We're going to shut her down now. There she be. Put the crank handle back on her. We're going to try starting it cold tomorrow morning if she's cooled off all the way, and then put her back to sleep now that she's done some running again. Just want to take a quick look around here. Yeah, I thought that belt looked like she was getting pretty loose. If we were working it at all, that'd be a problem, but she's holding up okay. Alright. Well, there you have it, guys. There's the old Witte diesel shut down for the day. We're just going to shut the door, lock her up, and we'll come back tomorrow.